AITA for asking GF to answer questions differently. My GF, 21, has a habit of answering questions backwards and adding the answer at the end, even with certain yes/no questions and quick answers. She has no inner monologue, so she says she has to speak out loud to think. Often when I, M21, ask a question, she will start going through her evidence or points without actually giving me the yes/no or actual answer, and will take full minutes of just talking about the thing, sometimes even forgetting to get to where we started. I've expressed that when she doesn't actually give me the answer, especially in situations where it would need to be quicker or something I'm doing in the moment, it makes me feel like she didn't really listen to my question or the part that I need, and can feel like she's beating around the bush unnecessarily. Last night we got into another argument about it, where I asked if something was a right name for a Polish object. Also, I'm sick and a little more bitchy because of it, while on a screen on a game, so I wanted to move on quickly, and she launched into examples and facts about it before giving me any actual answer. I tried reeling her back to just see if the wording is correct or not so I could move on in-game, and we both ended up really frustrated over it and her saying she had to think out loud and give a better answer because it wasn't just a yes/no question. I went back to letting her know that, hey, I still care about the extra details, I just want the actual answer first then the other stuff, so I have that part that I asked about, and that she could ask for extra time or something, but she kept going back to the fact that she can't just think about it and tell me, that she has to workshop it backwards. I even mentioned in essays that the hypothesis or stance is at the beginning to let readers know what's happening, then the other stuff. At this point I just wonder if I am asking too much or if it's a stupid thing to consistently want. I just get so frustrated letting her know that it either confuses me more, makes me feel like she doesn't really care for the actual question, or like she's avoiding it but nothing changes. TLDR, I ask my GF quick questions, like yes/no or few word answers, and expect a quick response with the yes/no part at the beginning, but she always does it backwards because she has no inner monologue to think through it. I've tried giving ideas like asking for more time or saying she doesn't know yet but here are the extra points, but she says none of them work. I don't know if I'm being a dick or not and just need to learn some patience and sit through the whole thing. Am I being unreasonable and need to be more patient with her for it? It's been an ongoing conversation/argument for a while. Thanks edit. This is coming off as me not listening to her ever and that the game isn't that important. Second part is true, but that was just one situation that happened last, not every time. I do think I listen to her all the time. She does tell many stories and info dumps, and often I tell people it's like a podcast for me because I do enjoy it. I didn't want it to come across as me hating my girlfriend and not listening to her at all, because I really do like listening to her talk and everything, hence why I said here and to her that I do want the extra details, but I wanted them after the answer. This is just about those small questions where I struggle with all the extra stuff before the answer. I don't use her as a replacement for Google. In this situation, she was in the room and we were in silence and I wanted to engage with her. Sucks it went the way it did and I was in the wrong for sure for being impatient about things. Also, not situations where she gives one or two sentences/points/examples/stories to talk about and then gives me the yes/no whatever. This is where she does go to a monologue state and then gets to it or doesn't after a few minutes. It's not that bad, just frustrating sometimes when I feel the answer is more urgent or relies on something else. Also, people are clocking our autism very quickly. It's hard to break habits and how we think. I see it's unreasonable and controlling of me to ask her to pander to the way I think instead of getting the patience for hers in these situations. I am seeing a lot of, this is just how she is, and you're all right. I thought it was something that could be worked on or something so we could meet in the middle, but it's on me for sure. The no inner monologue thing and how that translates, it just how it works, I just never thought I had to look into it to figure that out, so I didn't do my research. Thanks for some of the explanations from those the same issue. Submitted by /u/fantastic username.